Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to my channel. How are you today? Hope you are doing great. So today we'll talk about the language and gender. This material will be very beneficial for you as a man while we communicate with women. We will know what will happen and we will know how to do while we communicate with different gender. Okay, first, in order to know what language and gender, you have to know what the language is. As we know, people use language to communicate with each other. After we know what language is, second, the aspect of language. We have to know the aspect of language. The aspect of language called linguistics. And third, sociolinguistics. After that, we have 4 points. First, about language in society. Second, language and culture. And the third, language and gender. And the last, solidarity and politeness. Let's check it out. As you've seen, this is an overview of material that I will present today. And we are starting from a research by Tannen in 1990. Tannen found out that men and women are different when they communicate. We obviously can see this. We cannot argue that. It is very sure that men and women have different ways of communicating something. We may look some same thing, but in communication we have different way how to communicate. Here it is. The difference can be seen from here. When communicating, women tend to use their feeling and emotions. So what they show is more about feeling and emotion. In other hand, men tend to more rational and logic. So men are more optimizing the working of their brains than their feelings of seeing something. Then what are the factors that affect differences in communication between men and women? Here there are factors that affect differences in interaction between men and women. The first, different socialization. Second, different cultural values. Men and women for sure have different cultural values. The third, different expectation from society. Our society makes different benchmarks for the response of men and women. They have their own expectation. And the last, different acculturation process. Here I will give some examples of utterances between men and women. We take some utterances. The first one is let's hang out. Men will reply, let's go. But when you use these utterances to communicate with women, they will not directly reply, let's go, but where? Why there? There must be other further questions about that. And the next utterance, what's wrong with you? It is obvious that a man will reply directly, "I got some problems, bro." But when you ask the question to women, they will reply, "Nothing." You have to interpret that by your own instinct. It's hard being a man. We have to use our instinct to understand women. And the next topic is there are 7 topics of language and gender. First, minimal response. Second, questions. Turn taking, changing the topic in conversation. Self-disclosure, verbal aggression, and the last, politeness. We will discuss them one by one. We start with a minimal response. What is minimal response? Minimal response is utterance, short answer that listener makes while the speaker talk in conversation. Like yeah. The fact women respond frequently by using minimal response, while men respond less frequently. The second is questions. When the women ask the questions, they turn not to the point what they want to ask. They usually use question tag. In other hand, men tend to the point. The next, turn taking. Turn taking in conversation is the opportunity given or the opportunity to convey utterance. For women, it tends to take turn in conversation. Women prefer to take the opportunity to respond in conversation because it is natural. In other hand, men tend to keep silent in conversation. Okay, next is changing the topic in conversation. Women tend to switch topics, and there are topics discussed by women. Gossip, men, shopping, personal relationship. On the other hand, men's topic is about fun, sport, women, politics, and cars. The next one is self-disclosure. Self-disclosure is the process was originally defined as telling others about the self. For women, they sharing their problems and experiences with others, often to offer sympathy. And they also usually ask their friends about their problems. On the other hand, men tend to keep the problem and tending to solve by own self. The next, verbal aggression. What is verbal aggression? Verbal aggression is a form of direct psychological aggression that includes yelling at the service provider or making sarcastic or offensive remarks. Women usually engage in angry talk, while men focus on downplay the conflict. Okay, the last is politeness. The remarkable gender difference in politeness is way women and men use compliments. Women give and receive significantly more compliment than men do. Women also generally perceive compliment as positively effective speech acts, while men may perceive them differently. Okay, that's all about the topic in different about language used in different gender. Women and men are definitely different. We talk about the language that they use. It is not about the biological, as we can see from minimal response. Questions, turn taking, changing the topic in conversation, self-disclosure, verbal aggression, or impoliteness. Okay, that's all the material today. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.